Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Warrior Code International. As you know, Yousri Belgaroui made his UFC debut last night, and I wanted to give you my opinion on the fight. Also, Reinier de Ridder fought against Brendan Allen. What I thought about this fight, I'm gonna share everything with you. Let me start with Yousri. I mean, what a performance. I was very happy watching Yousri because that was a masterclass. Phenomenal use of the jab, always jabbing, lateral movement, moving to the sides, because Azamat started aggressively. Azamat went forward, putting pressure on Yousri, but Yousri kept on circling the octagon. Jab, jab, jab. Just he kept on circling, walking in a circle, moving laterally, using the jab from time to time. Jab, right hand, and just he gave Azamat no chance to cover the distance. And even in the first round, when Azamat did cover the distance, when he closed the distance and grabbed Yousri's leg and took Yousri to the ground, Yousri showed very beautiful takedown defense. He was stuffing the takedown, he was pushing Azamat's head, just making it extremely difficult for Azamat to complete the takedown and to cause damage. So yes, Azamat did close the distance in the first round. He did grab the single leg. He did push Yousri to the cage wall. He did take him down, but he caused zero damage. Yousri was defending very smartly, very intelligently, and actually also causing damage with the elbows. So Azamat was trying to take him down, and Yousri was causing damage with the elbows. Phenomenal. And then you could see that in the second round, Azamat got very tired. Actually, I wouldn't say tired, he got badly hurt, because Yousri was always landing the jab all the time, the right straight, the calf kicks. I told you about the calf kicks. Yousri was going to make use of the calf kicks. So he kept on using the calf kicks, jab, movement, calf kick, and these calf kicks, they accumulated. So Azamat, his legs got damaged because of the calf kicks and the low kicks, and his pressure got weaker and weaker because he could not put any power behind his punches, because he was throwing the right overhand, he was throwing the left hook, he was trying to throw the jab. You know, Azamat's plan was to walk forward, to throw the jab, the right overhand, the left hook, and to get a takedown. But Yousri, by using these calf kicks, by using the jab and constantly landing the jab, he hurt the face, he hurt the head, and he slowed down the legs of Azamat. So Azamat did not have that explosiveness to push forward more aggressively, to jump aggressively for the legs. He got very badly hurt in the second round. And you could see Yousri started to gain momentum. So his knees were landing, the jab was landing, the right straight was landing, the low kicks were landing, the movement was perfect. He started to be in the zone, in the flow state. And from there on, it was just a matter of time until Azamat got finished. And you could see Azamat did not really want to be there in the third round. When he was standing up from his chair after the second round, after the break in the second round, you could see his body language was telling everything. He did not want to be there. And I understand that, because he had a very difficult opponent. And you could see in the third round, it was all Yousri. The left straight, the right straight, just pressure, elbows, just complete domination. And that shows you what kind of fighter Yousri is. A world-level kickboxer, a phenomenal technician on the feet, whose takedown defense is has significantly improved and is improving. So a very good performance by Yousri, just a big statement he made. He showed that he does belong at that level, that he's extremely smart, extremely technical, but also at the same time he is aggressive. So it is technical aggression. He's not a boring fighter to watch, not at all. He's skilled, he's technical, he's smart, he's dangerous. His takedown defense is getting better and better, and he had an opponent who is a very good wrestler, and he still stuffed the takedowns in many cases. So phenomenal performance, and very happy for Yousri. In terms of Azamat, you know, he was a bit too confident. He said, I'm gonna get this fight, get a victory, and then I'm gonna try to fight one more time before the end of the year. So he seemed to be a bit too cocky, a bit too confident, overly confident. And I think that played that played a negative role in his performance, because I think he probably underestimated Yousri. He thought, I'm gonna put the pressure on him on the feet and then just take him down and finish him, but that was not the case. So a phenomenal performance by Yousri, very happy for him. And Azamat, I have to say, he also showed a lot of character because he was badly hurt. He ate a lot of jabs, a lot of right hands from a world-class kickboxer, and still he kept on standing. He kept on throwing the left hook, the right overhand, and he did have some successful moments with the right overhand. I have to say, the right overhand is a very powerful weapon. He did hurt Yousri with one of these overhands in one of the situations, but it was not enough. So a phenomenal performance by Yousri and a big statement for him. Then Reinier de Ridder and Brendan Allen. Once again, it was a very interesting fight, and if we look at the first round, Rineer started phenomenally. He went for the single leg, Brendan stuffed it, they ended up in a clinch situation, and there Rineer reversed him very, very well, took him to the ground, attempted an arm triangle choke, got his opponent's back, controlled his back, attempted the rear naked choke. So Rineer completely dominated the first round. Ground control, submission attempts, just Rineer was fully in control. Then the second round, Rineer did start well. He took Brendan down, took him to the ground. I believe he also had his back. And then he got reversed. And from that moment on, from that point on, from the middle of the second round, Brendan started landing some heavy ground and pound shots. He controlled Rineer on the ground, and Rineer spent too much time with his back on the ground, not trying to reverse his opponent, not trying to stand up, not trying to do something. He relied too heavily on his jiu-jitsu. But as Daniel Cormier mentioned in his commentary, in MMA you cannot spend too long on the ground with your back on the ground. You need to do something. You need to reverse the opponent. You need to try to stand up. You need to try to get up. You cannot stay there and eat these elbows and shots. And Rineer did eat a couple of them, maybe not even a couple. He ate some of them, and you know, the second round started very well for Rineer, but in the middle the momentum changed, everything reversed. And then in the third round, Brendan Allen put on a very, very good performance, because again Rineer, I believe, took him down, and again I believe that Brendan reversed him, and from that point on it was all Brendan Allen in that third round. Rineer got very exhausted. I mean, between the second and third round, he already looked exhausted. So after the second round ended, he was already very tired. He could not even stand up after the second round. And then the third round, it was all Brendan Allen. And after the third round, Rineer was completely drained and exhausted. He could not continue. He was badly hurt. He had zero in his gas tank. He could not fight anymore. But he showed a lot of character and came back and fought in the fourth round. But Brendan Allen started explosively. Brendan knew that Rineer was badly hurt, so Brendan could sense that Rineer was completely exhausted. So he went for the double leg. He lifted Rineer. He walked around the cage with him, threw him on the ground, which took even more oxygen away from Rineer. And from there on, he just completely controlled him, did not allow him to execute any submission attempts, landed some heavy shots, and in general it was a very dominant fourth round for Brendan Allen. And after the fourth round, Rineer could barely stand up, he could barely walk to his corner, and you could see that he was badly hurt. There was like a big bolt here on the side of his head, completely drained, zero energy. He had given everything. His gas tank was empty. He could not even stand up. And his corner took a smart decision, because they did not allow him to continue. And I think that was the correct decision, because he was completely empty. The gas tank was empty. And many people will say, hey, but Reinier de Ridder is a quitter. He quit. How can you not stand up? You don't even have gas tank for 5 rounds. How can you be a champion? Guys, you're sitting on the sofa. You're sitting there eating chips while this man is fighting at the highest level against a very skilled opponent like Brendan Allen. An aggressive striker, a solid wrestler, a high-level grappler. Brendan Allen is a very, very tough opponent. So before you criticize Rineer, Just picture yourself in that octagon fighting against a beast like Brendan Allen. And I'm pretty sure you will change your opinion. So it's easy to call somebody a quitter, but if you've never been there and if you've never done that, don't speak. Anyways, a big loss for Rineer. We have to see what the future holds for him. He needs to regroup, recover, come back. But yeah, it's a big shot, a big loss because he had these title ambitions, and probably if he had won that fight, he could have probably fought against Dricus du Plessis or probably against Imavov, or probably he would have probably even gotten a title shot. But that's not the case. That's not going to be the case. So he needs to regroup, recover, and from there on we'll see how it plays out for Rineer. But anyways, you know, Brendan Allen did perform very well, and although he had a difficult first round, although he had to survive an arm triangle choke attempt, he had his back controlled. You know, although it was a difficult first round, Brendan Allen did survive. He did show character, and yeah, very good gas tank. Smart. He fought smart in a smart way, because in the fourth round he knew that Rineer was exhausted. He picked him up, he threw him to the ground, controlled him, did not take any unnecessary risks. So a smart performance on the side of Brendan Allen, and that takes him even further in the rankings. It takes him up. So let's see how it's gonna play out for Brendan Allen. And yeah, interesting fight, very competitive, and let's see what the future unfolds and holds for these fighters. Thank you very much for watching. I've got bonus footage for you guys because Ali, who has been filming me here for about 5 days, he also trains Muay Thai kickboxing here at the American Kickboxing Academy, a great gym where people are very friendly coaches and great atmosphere. So I'm gonna upload the footage of Ali training on the pads because he is a big talent, only 19 years old, big talent, so watch out for him. But he needs to work on his discipline. He with discipline could get far. So check the video, follow Warrior Code International, and once again, big up to Yousri Belgaroui and all the best to Rineer. I hope he recovers quickly and comes back. Thank you very much for watching Warrior Code International. Let's go. Oes.
Forward, elbow, back feet, hand, that back hand, move, put kick up, Superman punch, yes, right kick power, punch, and 1, 2, 4. Elbow, right back kick hard, left higher, left punch, knee, kick team put kick put kick